we're live.
Angel's got the bed.
Yes, we have GT's new doggy. She's making her internet debut.
You can see her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's
Hi,
my
baby.
precious.
Her name is Precious.
Her name is Precious, and she is adorbs. She's only 6 months. She's gonna be so big.
She's so cute. You did right.
Yeah.
She's like, pet me some more. Ow,
She takes really huge poops. Oh my god. They're huge.
You're just used to Missy.
Yes. Oh my god. So, welcome, Internet. Welcome to the Sistah2Sistah podcast, live from JT's apartment with the dog, Precious, and I don't know where my dog is.
She's right there. Missy.
What are you doing under there, Missy?
Missy.
She feels very excluded.
Aww.
She's feeling the jealousy. She was only mean twice to her today.
Aww.
So, yeah, she feels.
Missy, come here.
Yeah.
No, she's not moving. She's not even wagging her tail.
Nope, she is mad. She is upset because she is a little diva. But
I can't pet you all day.
look at that. That hurts, Precious.
It does.
Stop it, Precious.
Okay, let's scoot over. Let's go right here. I'm pushing my butt in your face.
Okay, so today's podcast, we didn't even discuss what we're gonna say, but JT had to work, so it's understandable. She just got off work. So I want to talk about the Kavanaugh hearings for sure because it's so ridiculous. Like, I understand, okay, I honestly do that, any type of accusation that is, this serious should be taken seriously, but at the same time, we all know what this is. We all know. Like, the Democrats know. They just want to play ignorant to it. It's a ploy to delay the hearings. And I saw on Tucker Carlson that if it's delayed and they do it on Friday, like they have the hearing on Friday, this could be delayed indefinitely, and he may not be confirmed. So if they get their way, and it happens because the rules are so complicated, that's what Tucker said, they probably would have achieved their goal and delayed the hearing, so he's not confirmed, and we won't have another nomination until Ruth, another one goes away. I don't want to say her specifically.
You can't just leave it at 8 people.
But that's what Tucker said. I don't know the validity of it. I didn't do research into it, but that's what he said. I think it's, how
So what
crazy.
happens if it's a 4-4 vote?
I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen. I don't know. But I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And let me, I guess, get my laptop because I can't read the chat right now because I'm on my phone. Let me go get it right quick. It's right over here.
Good.
So, I think it's just cuckoo. So what are your thoughts?
I mean, it's pretty obvious that they're doing this because of political stuff. It's very tiring.
It is, for sure.
And my head hurts. And it's I don't even know what to say. I really don't. I don't know what to say.
It's the only reason why I bring it up, and I know we talked about it last night or the last week or whatever, it's because it's like they tried to do this with Clarence Hill, a black man. Was it in the 80s, 90s? I can't remember.
I think it was 90s.
And they tried to
early
do the
90s.
same thing. And if the claim was credible, if Anita Hill really thought that he did something bad, she would still be pursuing that today. But she's not. She's not doing it. So I don't understand why the left think that they can get away with this behavior. I mean, I know that they think that they can because they have been for all this time. Let me make sure I mute this. And it's absolutely asinine how they're able to get away with literal, I guess, not murder, but it's it's so crazy. It's just
They
crazy.
basically did just murder his reputation.
Yeah, basically. I mean,
Like, his approval rating is like worse than Trump.
is it?
Maybe not worse,
Dang.
but it's down there. And it's not good.
Well,
And I think she's a bold-faced liar.
oh, I absolutely believe that she's lying, and I absolutely believe that she's being paid by the Democratic Party, the DNC, to get this,
There's no other way to explain why someone would claim attempted rape, which is not a thing. Attempted rape is not a thing. Anyways, the only explanation is that she got paid a whole bunch of money to compensate for the death threats and the uprooting of her family and all of the publicity, positive and negative, that she's getting right now.
Yeah.
And I want to see her bank statements.
Yeah.
I want to see how much money she got paid, and I don't want to just see this month's. I want to see a year before and a year after this. So in a year, I want to see her bank statements. I want to see her real estate accounts. I want to see her broker accounts. I want to see everything because she got paid.
Because, what's his name got paid too. And he literally took a mortgage out on his account to pay off Stormy Daniels, and people are using that against him. And it's just because he's trying to be slick, but he wasn't good at it. He's like, oh man, I ain't got this money, so I gotta make up something to try and give her this money to pay her, to silence her so she won't tell. And she told anyway, so she got free money. So
Pretty much.
So if I just want to know,
and then you can't sue her because if let's say they do sue her, and let's say they win, there would be a GoFundMe account to pay for everything.
Yep. Pretty much, because they who had that GoFundMe? Was it
McCabe?
He sure did have a funds.
I think all of them did.
They do, and people will stupidly give to them. And then one chick had a fundraiser to what was it for the hearing. Man, and they said they shut it down as soon as people found out. It was like a fundraiser for...
for her campaign or something. I don't know who it was.
Yeah, I can't remember who it is either, but I gotta move the camera because it's bothering me.
Why?
Because it's not center. See how it looks? I know they're probably loud. Sorry, guys. I'm looking at the delay.
I see my bra straps.
Who cares?
That's attractive.
Who cares?
Whatever.
Yeah. So, Precious, what do you want? Yeah. So, what's up, Fleet Admiral? Thanks for joining in. So yeah, this whole thing is a circus, and foreign countries are looking on the inside from where they are, and just like, is this how America is? And it is how it is. The left.
It's not how it always was.
I know it's not how it always is, but the left plays dirty, and for decades and decades and hundreds of years, the Republicans have been the sane side, the voice of reason, the voice of equality. The party's never switched people. If you believe the lie that the party switched, I implore you, read a history book pre-1990. Okay? Even then still, there's some that are questionable out there. But actually look at historical facts. Like, I think Encyclopedia Britannica is a pretty neutral source. If you want to get the political leanings of politicians back in that day, the Democrats who say that they switched are still Democrats. Only a few switched from Democrat to Republican or Republican to Democrat. I can't remember which one, but only a few switched. The only person that switched from Democrat to Republican to I guess, because he had, a conscious thing, was Ronald Reagan. He switched from Democrat to Republican. There were a few people that switched from Democrat to Republican that are racist. There's just like a few, like Thurgood something. I can't remember their names right now. I'm horrible with that. But the vast majority of Democrats throughout the Civil Rights era and beyond are Democrats. Okay?
Sorry, I keep yawning.
It's okay. You just got off work, so it's normal.
Mm.
Oh man, but the whole Kavanaugh thing, I mean, honestly, You want the FBI
To investigate a non-federal 36-year-old
exactly.
crime.
Like, what are they gonna do? They're gonna ask you questions, and then like her terms, obviously, is made to delay and waste time. She didn't want to fly here. She wanted to drive. Like, that just screams like, hey, I don't want this guy to be the Supreme Court judge because I think my abortions may be taken away. Like, that's all it is. That's all it is.
And I am going to laugh because I still think that he's going to be that swing vote. He's going to vote his conscience. He's going to actually read the Constitution, and he's going to interpret the Constitution of what they meant. And then he's going to be that one person that's going to be fair, not partisan, not based on feelings, but just fair. And he's going to be that swing vote that they're keeping out of the Supreme Court.
And then Fleet Admiral Denuza, hello, thanks for tuning in, says in chat, one of the first Congress Republicans was black in 1860s. Didn't I tell you that all these Republicans, after the Emancipation Proclamation, started running for Congress and won in the 1860s? And what I was going to read in chat, or say in chat to you, but I can just say it to you now, the first Democrat in government that was black wasn't until the 1990s. That should tell you something. It's only been 30 years that black people have been allowed or have been elected to Democratic offices in America, and we literally had them for 200, almost 200 years. It's 1860. So y'all got 30 and we got almost 200. Like, that should tell you something. That's a clear sign that Democrats were not for any minorities, anything. And they are deceiving people into thinking that they are the champions of civil rights and for minorities by virtue signaling to us and treating us like babies. It's so annoying how they treat us. Oh, you little poor black person. Oh, let me create this job for you since you cannot do it. And oh, let me create these quotas so the poor black people who don't know how to read and write can get jobs. I'm like, it's so annoying. I really, really hate it. I'm just looking at my delayed reaction. It's so hilarious. I'm like, oh.
Maybe you should minimize that part.
No, I gotta interact with chat.
Oh, goodness.
Dude, so another thing that I want to mention, speaking of virtue signaling, in California, did you hear about this? They're making it mandatory for businesses to have at least one woman on their board of directors. Like, it is mandatory. It is law now that you have to have a woman on your board of directors.
For California to fail. Like, they're already failing. I can't wait for them to fail even more.
At least,
And I don't want to sound misogynistic.
Just go ahead and be
But
misogynistic.
I mean, it is what it is. It's like, there is a reason why women haven't historically been in power or in positions of power. There is a reason for that. We're emotional.
It's true.
We don't always think things through. We're spontaneous.
We love drama.
Not all of it.
But the majority.
But sometimes we don't ever think about money. We just spend it.
That is me, but I have a medical condition that makes me do it. It's the most annoying thing.
But in case in point, the perfect example is Hillary Clinton.
Girl, why don't you tell us about
when she lost?
She threw a fit.
She has thrown a 2-year temper tantrum.
Girl, and she has not stopped.
It took her, like, usually it's like that night when you concede. How long did it take her again? 24 hours instead of like 30 minutes?
I see, here's the thing though, like, Hillary Clinton is throwing a temper tantrum, and she's literally like a child because she has no self-awareness whatsoever. None. Because she came out and was interviewed by, I think, either Rachel Maddow or something like that, and she said, we have to believe these women. Their credibility matters. They should be... I'm like, ooh, this makes me want to cuss because she a B word, okay? She had no... I know what she's thinking this in her head. And she's like, oh, but Juanita Broderick, she's different. Jennifer Flowers, Monica Lewinsky, all those people, they're different. All the women that have been...
what did you say it was? Like 70 people?
It's 70 something women.
People have alleged rape or sexual assault against Bill Clinton.
Sexual harassment.
Harassment, too.
Not all
something sexual
yeah.
Bill Clinton has done. There's over 70 women.
It is crazy. Crazy. He is a rapist. He is a womanizer. He is the true example of a misogynist. Okay? And she said, oh, women need to be believed. And Juanita Broderick still is making her voice heard, and no one is giving her the time of day except for the right. And, sane people.
Like, she's already been on Fox News and other places and, the internet shows. But nobody on CNN or MSNBC, nobody
NBC
has
News,
called her
ABC,
to interview her or anything.
Because it's unfortunately become so partisan that it's just like anything that Trump does, automatically it's bad. When it's really not. Like, I didn't, like I said, I didn't vote for Trump. Let me just read what it says. My wife says she's a witch, but she's a bad speller. Hillary Clinton's a witch, but she's bad. Oh. I like
That's
that, Danusa. I'll give you the finger pointer. Yeah, that was good, okay? So now I forgot what I was going to say. Do you remember? I don't know, but Hillary Clinton's stupid. She's throwing a 5-year temper tantrum. Anything that Trump does is bad, right? So, when it came to the tariffs, okay, I didn't like the tariffs. But since I am now a Trump supporter, I'm not going to be like, oh, well, maybe they're good because, they'll benefit us in the long run, and it's Trump. I'm not going to be like that. Anything that's good, I'll support it. Anything that's bad, I won't support it. So far, most of the stuff that Trump has been doing is good. I liked his no Gorsuch pitch. I, of course, like his Kavanaugh pick. I like the immigration policies that he holds. I want the wall to be built. Please hurry up. I like most of the stuff that he's doing. And it's not because I'm a staunch Trump supporter. I just like his policies. But it seems like with the left, some of the left, not all of them, it doesn't matter. It could be like, oh, all abortions, no matter what trimester you're in, are legal. There we go. I bet you somebody will have something to say about it. The majority of them would be ecstatic.
Yeah.
But I would think that some people
give birth and leave it on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want it, so it's trash.
He's doing this because I don't know. They would find something critical about their number one pipe dream. Like, they love abortion so much. We'll get to abortion in a minute. But they love it so much. I was going to do something, and I'm so unprepared, you guys. I'm sorry. Dallas is playing Seattle today? Really? Look at all of the trends. Dallas versus Zeke.
Really?
Dak Prescott, Jason Garrett.
Really?
What? Hey, we're from Dallas, okay? Anyways. So, let's just go ahead and talk about abortion. I want to ask a pro-abortion activist one question. Who wants it free on demand without apology, as they say. What is one reproductive right? Because that's what you guys say. He's taking away rights from women. What reproductive rights do we not have besides abortion? Is there anything holding us back from getting reproductive rights, whatever that is? Besides abortion, can you name me something that we have to fight to get? Can you think of anything, JT?
There isn't any.
Exactly. So what you're saying, when you're saying that you are being denied reproductive rights, you mean abortion. Why are women and some men are so passionate about abortion. Why is it they have to have abortion? Why is that? I know the answer, but I just that's the question.
Want to kill somebody? I don't know.
No, it's because they want guilt-free sex. That's it.
That's already a thing. They have
No,
the
it's
morning
not.
after pill.
No, it is not.
Wait, they have birth control. They have condoms. They have the morning after pill. You know what? I would even compromise and just cut morning after pill. That's all you can have.
Mm-hmm.
I would much rather them be more responsible, and when you have, just every single time you have sex, you might die soon, but every time you have sex, just pop a pill so you don't get pregnant.
I mean, but you think it's that simple, but just the overall laziness of people, especially women, because they try to say that they're strong and independent and they don't need no man. Yes, we do. They tell all this stuff to make themselves big and bad, but when it comes down to it, they don't want to do nothing. They don't want to take responsibility for anything. So when it comes to sex, it feels better without the condom, especially the man says that a lot. The man says that a lot. And the woman might agree, or she might just go along with it because, her man likes it that way, so she's gonna, not say anything because she wants to be with him. And so they're just irresponsible. And I'm not the poster child of responsibility. I am immature in a lot of things, but I don't want a lifelong commitment to something, or at least 18 years.
You know what? There are so many ways to avoid this deal. You can go get sterilized. It is free if you have insurance.
But they don't want
any kind of insurance. You can have it reversed.
Well, if that's the case, I don't know why they don't do that. I mean, they can get their tubes tied. Voluntary tube tied.
Why not just do that?
I would rather have my tax dollars go to tubes being tied.
Yeah, sterilization. But, and then there are studies showing that we're not going to have enough people paying into Social Security because they're literally killing them all.
Yeah. Have you seen the statistics of people under 20? Like the population.
It is the fewest in history.
Yeah, it's like at 20%. It's like at 24% right now, and 20 years ago it was like at 48%. Our population is steadily decreasing, and this is what they want. I don't know the reason, but they don't.
They keep saying it's because of global warming and the globe, and
okay.
It's like let's say we save the planet. We have few enough people and the planet will live another 1,000,000 years, which it won't. But that's neither here or there. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. And let's just say God is not going to blow up the earth within 1,000,000 years. But he is. But let's just give them this. Let's give them this win.
Okay.
So we save the world, we save the planet for another 100 billion trillion years. We did it.
Yay. Now what?
There's not going to be any humans on the planet because everybody's going to be aborted or dead because there's not enough young people to support the old people.
True.
You have to have the circle of life. You have to have it. It's either the human population is going to go first or the earth is going to go first. And I believe the humans are smart enough that if the earth just completely dies, we already have plans to go into outer space. They're already doing that. They're already thinking about that. So if we outlive the earth, which we won't, we got Mars still.
And maybe the moon.
But we won't even make it that far because it's going to be a whole bunch of old people and then this like 10-year-olds, and then they would have to have sex with the old people.
That's so gross.
Like rape would be like what is it? Not juvenile rape, but what is it?
Statutory rape.
Statutory rape would be legalized because there's nobody on the planet Earth or Mars.
And see, here's the thing. We need the young people, and we don't need abortion because literally we are killing off a generation that will have the cure for some of these
I've
cancers and
always
diseases.
said that. We already had the cure for cancer and diabetes and all this stuff. We had it. God gave it to us. But this selfish, purple-haired, hairy armpit, stupid idiot killed him.
Yep.
They killed him.
Yeah.
And then God said, you know what? That's okay. You know what? She was out of her mind. She's stupid. She's evil. Let me go ahead and send you another one.
Yeah. And then what?
And they killed that one too.
What I don't understand, the people who argue for abortion is like, oh, they're gonna grow up in a horrible household, or they're gonna, what if they're a murderer or something like that? Why do you always assume the worst of people?
Or
The majority of people always have good intentions. The majority of people.
what if they were the one to cure breast cancer?
Jeez Louise. Do you hear her snoring? Jeez. Oh my goodness, it is loud. It was louder. I mean, that's never been that loud. But anyways, yeah. So, I mean, the majority of people on planet Earth aren't, unless you're like in a Muslim country or something, just being real. They're not out to kill you. They're not out to, do bad things. I mean, people, in my opinion, are inherently bad. They're flawed because, that's just how sin is. I'm a Christian. I believe that everyone has sin in them, and, we have to find forgiveness and salvation in Jesus. But, the people are not born and be like, when they have that spirit of rebellion, they're, you know what? I'm going to kill people today. It just doesn't happen. And yes, it does happen in the world, and it's getting worse and worse, I think, by the decades. But
it's like
still,
you're not gonna get rid of the crazies.
Yeah.
We're gonna always
abortion is not the answer to.
We're gonna always need guns because you're not gonna get rid of the evil.
Yeah.
And we're gonna always need police.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna always need people like us talking on the internet, like just mad women trying to persuade other people to rethink abortion.
Yeah.
Because
and it's,
I don't understand, like, even if you think it's a cluster of cells, it's like a cancer. Mm-hmm. But that cluster cancerous blob of cells is still a potential human being.
No, it's always a human.
I know. This is the way they think.
Mm-hmm.
It's a blob of cells. It's not alive. It doesn't have a soul. It doesn't have a brain. Whatever. But if you leave it alone, it will become a human being. Why would you kill a potential human? Especially a potential human that could possibly grow up to be the smartest person you've ever known and cure all kinds of stuff. Mm-hmm. Actually figure out how to breathe on Mars.
That'd be pretty cool. But
like, all you have to do is just take this potion. It's completely safe, and you'll be able to breathe in space. What if that was a thing?
It's a potion of. Okay.
This video game.
Okay.
Shut up.
It's a potion of water breathing. Okay.
It's not water. It's just lack of oxygen.
It still works.
No,
okay.
it doesn't. Your video game brain. Shut up.
Anyways, about maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was on a live stream, and they said why the debate was why shouldn't we pay for abortions the government should take care of abortions, like fund it.
Maybe they should. They always screw it up.
It was that was my argument.
Sorry.
That was my argument. I said the government, anything that the government touches turns to trash.
Turns to trash. So yes, we should totally advocate that.
The only
then it would be like, well, the government took too long, so now you have to have your baby. So sorry.
Yeah, and the only thing that the government does well is military. Even if sometimes they don't even do that right. Yeah, when it comes to military defense and stuff like that, the government we have that on lock. We're the strongest military.
That's because it's not really controlled by the government. We just give them money, but there's other people that
we give them enough money to do it right. So I'm glad they do that. But when
only
it comes to
recently
healthcare, we don't do that right at all. If you try to buy healthcare, and if you're not really really poor and you're just like in the middle. If you're middle class, okay, your healthcare is going to be astronomically high, astronomically high. If like the VA, don't go to no VA hospital.
You know how many times I heard nurses say, if you feel sick again, do not go to the VA. You come here.
Yeah.
You come here. Don't go to the VA. They will kill you.
Because you have to wait forever for care. And they will.
And plus, the care is awful.
Yeah, because they're all government workers and they don't put any quality into their work.
And you can't fire them.
And like, I mean, I know this is so cliche, but going to the DMV, it is a government facility. No one has a good time going to the DMV. Ever. The wait times are long. I mean, just anything that the government touches, it is not good. I'm watching you, Missy. Okay, she's laying down. I don't want her peeing on the floor.
Neither do I.
So, we're going to stop talking about that. And in entertainment news, yeah, we all know James Woods, right? You know James Woods? He was the voice of Hades in Hercules. Great Twitter. Now he is locked out because he won't delete a meme that he posted. And it's just another tactic from, you know, big social media sites like Twitter, of course, Google, I guess you could say, what do you call Silicon Valley? They're trying to shut down right-wing voices. And it's quite apparent. I don't care what Jack says, the CEO of Twitter is like, oh, we do have liberals here, but we try to be fair and biased. No, you're not. Because the meme that he posted, I don't know if it's going to show on here, was innocent. I mean, yeah, it like, it said, Woods posted a tweet in July that included a meme from a hoax campaign that encouraged men not to vote in the midterm elections. In the tweet, Woods acknowledged the meme wasn't real. Woods got an email from Twitter Thursday saying that the tweet has potential to be misleading in a way that could impact an election. Okay, stop doing that. And the email says Woods can use the account again if he deletes it. He refused. So, yeah, he is no longer on Twitter because he won't delete a meme. A daggum meme. So they've already banned memes, basically. It's like a really strong copyright law in the EU. And so now they're doing this on Twitter. And the only reason why they're really cracking down on right-wing voices on social media, on Facebook and Twitter and other places, is not because they're trying to keep a safe space. It's because the midterms are coming up. Ooh, Lord.
Bless you.
Thank you. The midterms are coming up, and they don't want people influencing, getting people on the right side. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the right side, the right wing. So,
I don't.
I gotta sneeze again.
If our way of thinking was so toxic and so wrong and so evil, then you would think they would give us a platform so we could dig our own grave and lose as
We have
many
a platform. It's
I
called
understand.
Gall.
I know, but you would think that they would let us use their platform so we can spew our hatred and garbage and evil and lose as many voters as we can.
Yeah, but
Since we're so evil and hateful and misogynistic
see,
and racist.
It's like literally opposite. Like, if we were, if the social media sites were, you know, all fair and biased and stuff like that, they know that their side would lose because they are exactly what you say. They're hateful. They're vitriolic. They are really, you know, just conniving and evil. So they know that they are on the wrong side of history, so they just need to silence everyone who have a brain and who knows what's going on in politics and are trying to, you know, make a change for the better and not because, you know, they just want their way, you know. If anyone tweets I'm with her still, or, you know, Hillary Clinton tweets something out that said, and they say, way to go, Madam President, I'm like, stop living your pipe dream. You said to the right-wing people that we were not over Mitt Romney losing the election to Obama in 2012. We were salty for like 1 week. It has been almost 2 years now with you guys, and you're still calling Hillary Clinton Madam President. Like, get over it. Like, honestly, go sit down somewhere and get over it. She's not president. And,
Thank
like, literally,
God. Thank you, Jesus.
literally, thank you, Jesus, because the first thing that she would have done is
Go to war.
Go to war with Russia
Russia.
and have open borders. That's what she would have done. Every one of your female cousins, friends, mom, they would have gotten raped, okay, or beheaded, because she would have brought all these people from Somalia, North Africa, and the Middle East into the country. The places that they're going now is like Minnesota and freaking I think Wisconsin or something like that, all up in the north. So
That's crazy how they can just go that far.
I don't know, but there's refugees here, but they're not a lot. I live in like the refugee part of Dallas. I don't mind it because.
Oh my God, Sandra! I can't wait for you to move.
Oh, okay. I might move. I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
I really hope you do. I really hope
The rent is cheap, okay? Nowhere else in Dallas can you pay $675 a month for a one-bedroom
You
apartment.
can't, but is it really worth it?
Honestly, I haven't heard anything going on in a long time.
Okay.
And yes, there's refugees there, but the Turkish lady, she sells baklava. It's delicious.
I'll buy you some.
No, it is not the same. She has a lot of dates. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna stop talking about the baklava. It's so good. Class 8 MS of
Let's
Amazon.
talk about Joy Behar.
What did she say? What is? Oh.
Remember, I told you I was gonna send you clips.
Yeah,
I forgot.
You didn't.
I'm gonna still do it.
Okay.
It's probably too late now.
All right. Well, set up the story.
So, remember all these chicks with the pink hats and the tutus and basically going down naked with menstrual blood on their bodies and stuff.
Nasty. Like, what does that have to do? Okay, let me just sidebar right quick. I understand that a period comes from your vagina and abortion is going up the vagina to kill a baby, but they really don't correlate, honestly. I mean, I know it's an egg. I mean, they do correlate because it's an unfertilized egg passing, but if you were to ban all abortions, you would still have a freaking period every single week or month. I haven't had a period.
God, I don't know what that
Sorry, I don't know what it's like. But yeah, so you can continue. Go ahead.
Okay, so Future is female and girl power and I don't need a man and are you able to find the clip and play it?
But they won't be able to see it.
Dang.
It's on the phone. You see?
Whatever. Where's my phone? Okay, anyways. Go look up the Joy Behar clip from The View. It was sometime last week. But she's talking about how she's upset that men are supposed to protect women.
No, wait a minute.
As soon as she said that, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm so confused.
Me too.
Weren't y'all just saying that you don't need a man? You want to be treated as equals? Girl power, the future is female, pink hair, pink hats, and all this other nonsense, and you don't need nobody but yourself and your girlfriends, and
So this is what I'm talking about.
but when she said they're supposed to be protecting us,
And then everyone's like,
I'm like, wait a minute, no, you said you don't need them, and to leave you alone. And that you don't need to hold the door open for me. Are you doing that because I'm a woman?
yeah.
That crap happened.
Yeah.
Women got pissed because gentlemen were holding the doors open for them. And I remember a story saying, this is guy who was retelling the story how a woman got upset because he held the door open for her. She's like, what, are you doing that because I'm a woman? He was like, no, I'm doing it because I'm a gentleman.
I need that. Is he single? Hey.
He had a son with him.
Wait.
Pretty sure he was an older guy.
Oh, okay. I want an old man. I want an old man. I want a young boy.
So, I am so confused, and guys, I am right there with you. I'm confused with you.
Girl.
I
already know
I
how
was
the
not a part of
feminists-
that. I'm like, please, if you want me to be pregnant and barefoot in the kitchen, as long as you pay for all my stuff,
Hey.
okay.
Yeah, look, I'm what they call trad, okay? And people are starting to think that trad men, or trad women, and just like traditional, basically. Trad is traditional.
Oh, wow. Please stop abbreviating stuff.
That is the lingo, JT, okay?
It is not English.
Okay, but that is the lingo.
Lingo
Just
is
like-
not a thing.
It is. If you say LOL,
Stupid.
people know what that is.
Really, trad?
Trad, yes, trad wife. They want a trad wife. And I would be a trad wife. Because, and then they're starting to correlate that.
See, I would
being
be a trad wife, but I would say I'm a traditional wife.
Oh, anyways. And people are, people in the mainstream media are starting to call that alt-right or far-right national, like white nationalist. Like, oh, being a wife and being at home to raise kids, oh, that's somehow white nationalism. Like, really? Are you kidding me? Like, why is it so
What
bad?
if I'm black with a black husband and I stay home and raise my black
They will
kids?
find some type of way for you. Well, they'll probably call you Uncle Tom or something like that. Like, I get called that, like, all the time.
You know what? When your child gets arrested for bashing windows and then he stupidly runs from the cops and they shoot him, and my child is going for his doctorate at the age of 18 or something like that, okay.
Fleet Admiral Danusa, it says, I'm 51 and my wife is 17 years older than me. Wow, that is a big age difference. Now, when? Because, like, okay, because I remember this one guy was talking to me. He was like, I'm 22. I'm like, no, that's just too young. No. Too young. I'm 33. It's just way too young. And let's say if it was 10 years down the line and he's 32 and I'm 43, I can maybe understand that. But right now he's just way too young. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. So, but that's very noble, you know. Your wife's a little she's a little cougar, you know what I'm saying? Hey, get on, girl. I love it. Married 23. Oh, so cute. I love it. That's so cute. Oh man, how long has the parentals been married? Their anniversary is coming up.
I'm 35, so 36 years.
36 years coming up this year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Wait a minute. When is Daddy's birthday? The 26th? Okay, we gotta send him a birthday text. I don't know what to get Daddy.
Our dad is the guy that
Has everything. Literally.
when he says, "Ooh, I want that," I was like, "Wait, don't buy it. I want to buy it for you."
He already done
No.
bought it. He
He's
already done bought
like,
it.
"I bought that last week." That is my dad.
Yep.
He doesn't have like a shopping problem, but he definitely spoiled. Wait, no, he has a shopping problem. Yeah.
And so does Mama.
But it's just like a down low shopping problem. He don't come home with bags, you know?
He'll buy big stuff. And
Like
then not
a
only
car.
that, yeah,
Another one.
Yeah, he got another car, a Mercedes E350, by the way. You're going.
Is she okay?
You're covering up her nose, like literally.
That's okay.
She moved.
That's
But like he'll buy big stuff. But not only does he buy big stuff, I know we're going off topic, but he'll get it on clearance. Like, oh, this was originally $350. I got it for
makes me
$6.
so mad. I'm like, how do you do this? And not only that, he'll call the cable provider, his cell phone provider. All he has to say is like, y'all are charging me too much. I want to go ahead and cancel. I was like, wait, Mr. Moulton. We'll give you $1,000 off.
I know. And then we do. I was like, I don't like the way y'all are charging me. I'm gonna cancel.
I was like, okay, we'll send you some paperwork.
Your cancellation fee will be $3,000. Good luck.
It's so frustrating.
That's how it is.
And then they'll just walk into Lowe's or Home Depot. It's like, oh, let me go to the clearance aisle. I was like, here's this $5,000 chandelier for $50. I'm like, they just get so lucky all the freaking time.
Yep.
It's so.
And it's hanging over their bathroom. I remember that. I remember seeing the box that the chandelier came in and how much it was originally. I'm like, really? You got this for, I forget how much they got it for, but it was a deep discount, like in the 80s and 90s% off. I'm like, just take me shopping.
I know.
Don't talk to me. Just take me shopping.
I was like, every time y'all go to Lowe's, I'm gonna need you to call me. And I said that. I was
remember.
Call me whenever you get ready to go to Lowe's. And they never did.
Nope.
Because they knew I was gonna buy it before they would, and they didn't want me to go.
They're gonna put it in their house. They're gonna put it in their house. Anyway. So back on topic. So the feminists nowadays, they're all like, oh, I don't want a man. I don't need a man. I could do for myself. But in reality, they get the weakest men to do their bidding. That's why we have beta males. Only beta males will date a daggum feminist. Like,
only beta males.
I'm trying to tell you.
I don't know a real man that would put up with that crap.
I mean, if you're like a light feminist, you believe in like, if you think the wage gap is real, stuff like that, and you're ignorant, you men get a pass. But if you're like a feminist and you are active in feminism,
like you refuse to wear makeup, shave your legs, your armpits, and have different rainbow colored hair, and then they're dyeing their underarms green.
You don't have to be.
And,
I mean, those people are extreme, but I mean, you don't have to be that person that dyes your hair all different colors and wear the cat eye glasses and be extremely overweight to be that type of feminist. I mean, it's just the ideals and the activism, because there are some attractive feminists. There's not a lot, honestly, but they're not a lot, but there are some attractive, active, rabid feminists out there. But the men that they date are beta males. They take orders from the woman. They do stuff around the house. I mean, if they have any toxic masculinity, which is basically being a man, they don't like that. What is up with toxic masculinity, by the way?
There's no such thing.
There isn't. And I'm just like, I want a real man. I want them to work on cars. I want them to fix stuff. I want them to do handiwork around the house. He can go work out if he wants to. He can go have beers with his buddies without me. I don't care.
I wouldn't want to be in there with
exactly. If you want to go have your time and then I don't gotta be with you, I don't gotta sip my girly drink. I want to be with my husband. Like, no, give him the time that he wants to. Let him go.
I feel like you get on my nerve. Please.
Yeah, just go do whatever you need to do.
Everybody needs to do that. You can't be with your husband and wife
24/7 unless you guys are like that. Yeah, I think when you first get married, I don't know. I haven't been in a lot of relationships, honestly. But I think when you first start out, you need your time apart. But as you get older, you start spending more and more and more and more time together. And that's why you see these cute old little couples
holding hands.
I know, and they cut the food and stuff. It's so cute. And just like mom and daddy, they've been together 36 years. All they do is watch movies and watch TV. And then daddy does his little projects. And then mama's like, hey, I need for you to do this because I need to redecorate again. And he does it. It works, I guess. So they did it.
It's like, what do you think about this? And I'm going to paint the walls for the 17th time in this. Remember the episode of The Simpsons?
What?
It was like, so Homer was looking at bomb shelters. He wanted to buy one for some reason. And he's going in and out of some. And he's like, no, I don't like that one. I don't like that one. And then while he's in one, like the apocalypse or something, like there's a big bomb that drops. Mm-hmm. And so he comes out and he's like eating an apple and there's a skeleton. Like the sales guy is dead. He's a skeleton. And so he's walking around town. Everybody's dead. Everything's deserted. Like there's cars are just like the shell of themselves. He's like, oh, my family. So he goes home and everybody's okay. Because of all the layers of cake.
That's hilarious.
My parents will be fine.
Yep. Honestly, she has painted that house so many times, and then she put the copper on the walls. That's like.
She has copper tile ceilings.
Yeah, I bet you that would
magazine.
That would probably block gamma rays. I'm pretty sure.
Oh my goodness!
Dude, but that I don't remember that, but that's pretty freaking hilarious, man. That's hilarious. I enjoyed that. Okay, I know we've only been streaming for 1 hour-ish, but it is kind of late. It's 9 o'clock. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh. Before we go, this will be our last story. Okay. So, all these accusations of Kavanaugh coming out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Keith Ellison. Why aren't they taking, I mean, there's not, like I said when we was talking earlier yesterday, there's not a lot of evidence. There is a medical record, but at least that's something. At least that's something.
And she had 4 names that were potential witnesses. And 3 of them said, I don't know what she's talking about. I wasn't there. I was there. Or I was there. I wasn't there. I didn't see anything. He didn't do that.
Yeah.
And then we were waiting on this one last person.
Mm-hmm.
This one last person said something yesterday. Guess what they said?
They don't know nothing. But okay, see, here's what the left's trying to do. They're like, oh, this person doesn't have any recollection of the party or whether or not Kavanaugh was there or there, but they believe her.
Okay, that's fine.
It doesn't matter what she believes. I believe in Santa Claus. Let's just say I did believe in Santa Claus.
Okay.
He's not real. But I believe
that y'all are fixing to give me $1 million each.
I
I believe that with all my heart.
And
y'all need to shut up and believe.
Yeah. The men just need to shut up and do something. What did she say?
Shut up. Step up.
Yeah. Like, shut up.
Do something right for a change.
Does Hawaii make you stupid? Is it so beautiful that it just, like, dumbfounds
It's like
you?
all the chickens that are running free, they just go crazy. Like,
Ooh.
they clucked at them and...
They have chickens just run... That's free chicken?
Yeah.
Just free chicken I can just defeather and eat.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm moving to Hawaii.
No,
Free
you're
chicken?
not. Because you would still starve, because it's not like chickens are easy to catch.
I know, but I mean, if
And
I
you
got
can't
like...
have a gun because it's liberal city
Oh.
down there.
What about one of the islands where
It's Hawaii. The whole thing is liberal. I don't know their gun laws, but it's liberal. You turn around and it's like, oh, there's a chick with menstrual blood all over her. That's what it is.
Dude, I want to go to Hawaii and make me a chicken trap so I can get some free chicken. I want some free chicken.
Plus, it's wild chicken. They're tiny. They're skinny.
I don't want no
I understand.
Nah, see, I'm
get
going.
it.
My dream. Okay, I believe
But
in all my
Sandra,
heart.
Sandra, and it's not like there's just turn around, you see a chicken. I mean,
If I get a trap, they gonna come to this and get. I'm gonna eat those chickens. JT.
I'm just saying that they have wild chickens, and it's not like it's plentiful. They just have wild chickens.
Every once in a while, I'm gonna get a free chicken. I believe in all my heart that I'm moving to Hawaii, and at least once a week, I'm gonna get a free chicken and eat it. Okay. All my heart, I believe it. And then Admiral Denusa, whatever, Kavanaugh is supposed to testify before her. No. She don't want him there.
You know what? And it's still just tentative.
Yeah.
Even if they said, okay, we're going to play your stupid game and we're going to let Kavanaugh go first, she still might not even testify because everything is still up in the air.
Yeah. And even if, because, like, that's the dirtiest tactic. Oh, he has to testify first. So if he says, I was never there at that party, she's going to be like, if he said that he was never at that party, they're going to tell her everything that he said so they can make their strategy on what for her to say. It's so freaking obvious. And this really, really bothers me because the media is not talking about it, and the general public who are not, I don't know, woke, red-pilled, whatever you want to call it, aren't really hip to this. I mean, they may think that this is something that is kind of deceiving, but they don't really know the nitty-gritty because the general public in America, they just don't know. I might be wrong about that because, I mean, freaking Donald Trump won the presidency. But
I think there's more that are more aware, especially now since all this crap is going on. But there's still a percentage of the population that only read the headlines, and that's their news. And we all know how deceiving those are.
Yeah.
Remember the drapes?
Yeah. Oh my God, Nikki Haley bought $50,000 drapes.
$52,000 drapes for her brand new condo now that she's the ambassador to the United States. And then, like, at the last sentence in the last paragraph, it said, "Oh, by the way, they were paid for during the Obama administration." I'm like,
what? I really hate these headlines that say one thing and you have an idea in your head of what it is. Because I saw one today. It said, "Person rescuing dogs from floodwaters arrested for just rescuing dogs." And it was not because she was rescuing dogs. She was renting a vet out of her home and administering medicine without a license. I understand your intentions are good, but that's malpractice. You can't do that to animals. So they didn't say that. She wasn't arrested for rescuing dogs. Her actions were noble. But you just can't be giving medicine and running a vet out of your house. Like, really? Anyways, Pat Jersey, welcome. He says, nice. I need smart and beautiful sisters like you in Portland, Oregon. They can't stand us conservative black men here. Hey, you a conservative black man? What up, Pat Jersey?
my phone number is no. And plus, you want to know why there aren't any conservative black women in Oregon?
Because it's Oregon. Well, Oregon is very beautiful.
Oh, I'm sure it's gorgeous.
In
But
Portland,
but it snows.
Snow.
It's a lot
It's
of
cold.
snow. It's not just like, oh, we got like a few inches, or we got some sleet, or, you know, we got like 6-7 inches. Y'all get like 3 feet.
Nah, I'm not about
No.
that life.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
You have to
I
go
might
down
visit
here.
during the summer.
You're going to have to come a little bit down south. A little bit.
And he also says people are just not generally informed about the Supreme Court. That's true. They don't really know what the Supreme Court is.
Nobody knows what the Supreme Court does because everybody keeps saying that it's going to fundamentally change your life.
How?
Nothing the Supreme Court does changes your life. Nothing they have done ever changes your life. Nothing. I was like, maybe I'll give them gay marriage.
Roe v. Wade.
And
Yeah.
the privacy law that gave abortion.
I don't know how.
Because basically they said it's none of your business.
I understand that, but that does not mean
Yeah.
we have a constitutional right to abortion. And if that's the case, I have a constitutional right to rob a bank. It's none of your business.
That was so good. Woo! That was a good one.
I'm so mad. Every time I think about that, I was like, the right to privacy means nothing. You're basically killing someone. That's illegal. I want money, so I'm gonna rob a bank. It's illegal. It's none of my business. It's so stupid. Anyways. God. Okay, so I hate to cut this short. I know this was a very short podcast, you guys, but JT had to work. I gotta go to work tomorrow.
So do I.
Yeah, and she works 7 to 7 today, so you can imagine. Oh, and it's not official, but things may be changing.
Hallelujah.
And we have a credible source, so I will fill y'all in once it's official. So
I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna need to do something to your place. I'm gonna come over with a bottle of
Don Pearl.
no
I don't know what that is.
Moscato de
Asti.
Asti. De Asti. I'll come over with one of those bottles. We're gonna pop it.
You're so silly. But I don't you dare.
Great.
Oh, there's more.
And then she said Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays.
Oh, really? Monday, Tuesday.
I know you're gonna have to work a weekend, so it might be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, something like that.
That's fine. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That is perfect. That is great.
And then I was like, man, now I need to go work overnight so I can have.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is like the perfect. That's great. I'm so excited. Okay, so that's it. Oh yeah, well let me read these. Very beautiful in Oregon. Grandfather from LaGrange. Cool. Abortion is so contentious to me. Would rather make it a state issue. That's how it should be, but they're stupid. If 80% of your state hates abortion, they should be able to vote on that. Bam.
Thank you.
And that's why I would never leave Texas, because I do believe in my lifetime it will become a state's issue and Texas will abolish it.
So you gonna have to go to Nevada, cause what's the next one? This one is New Mexico, and then
Louisiana, Colorado.
No, and this way.
Oh.
And Colorado is north.
I thought you mean west of us?
Yeah.
Okay, New Mexico, Arizona,
then
Nevada.
Then Nevada. Yep, you're
Okay.
gonna have to go all the way to Nevada to go have the abortion. And then probably Louisiana will probably keep it because they have sex with their cousins and stuff.
Girl, no. No, they don't.
I'm just a joke. Oh wait, that's Mississippi. I'm just joking.
We're not perpetuating stereotypes here, okay?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we are. Just playing.
Stereotypes are stereotypes for us.
I know. But thank you so much to the few of you that were watching. I appreciate it. Pat Jersey, Fleet Admiral, and then at the very, very beginning, no, it was Fleet Admiral. So you too. Thank you for watching. And hello there, Indiana. Go Hoosiers and whatnot. So that is it, guys. We're going to end the podcast, even though it was short. I really enjoyed it. And I'm super excited. I'm just going to worry about today, because worrying about today is its own trouble. That's what it says in the Bible. So don't worry about tomorrow.
Because God's got that.
God's got that. So have a great day, you guys. I got to go up there and end it. So, okay, JT. Have a great day, guys. I'll go do the same.